This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, we're going to work on a new strumming pattern, one that is particularly helpful when we have 2 chords per measure in 4/4 time, and it's going to be great. We're going to continue to work with G, C, and D7, which have been introduced in previous videos. So if you need help with those chords, you can check out those videos, or I do have them written up here on the board. Now, this video does accompany Lesson 3 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. So if you have that book, you're going to want to turn to page 20. That's the page that we're working on with this material here, and it has the 2 songs that we'll be playing together in the jam along portion of this video, where you can jam along with me and the band working on these skills with a couple of songs. So it's going to be great. Let's just go ahead and dive right in here with this new strumming pattern. I have it written up here on the board. It's at the top of the board. In previous lessons, we've done down, down, up, up, down. That's sort of been the recent strumming pattern that we've been working on in the last couple 3 videos that have gone with the method book. So here with this one, we're actually just using the first half of that strumming pattern twice. So it goes down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And you can just mute those strings by touching them lightly around the 5th fret, and then you can just practice that strumming pattern. Nice and easy. So you got down, down, up, down, down, up. Now you can also play this one with swung 8th notes, meaning the 8th notes that fall on the off beat or in between the beat, so not on an actual beat, can be pushed further back, so there can be a delay before we bring those in. So down, down, up, down, down, up. We just leave a little bit of delay there before coming back up with our up strum. So it's going to be done both ways. Once you've kind of practiced it with muted chords, it's great. You can practice it with 1 chord and kind of getting it going there. Those with swung 8th notes, so even 8th notes. Now, once you've gotten comfortable using that strumming pattern, it's time to start plugging it into playing songs. We're going to take that strumming pattern and we're going to insert it once per measure in 4/4 time like normal. Here in this lesson and with these jam along songs that we're going to be playing, we're actually going to have places where we have 2 chords per measure. So we want to take a look at that just briefly. Let's look at the one here on the bottom. This is an example that comes from Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which you'll find there on page 20. So we have a whole measure that just has the G chord. So of course we'd have the down, down, up, down, down, up. Then we see C for the first half and G for the second half. So we go to C, and we just play that first half, and then G. And then we see C again, so we do C, and G coming in again in the second half. How do we know where the chord comes in this kind of notation? It's the beat of the melody that the chord symbol is sitting above. So because it's sitting above beat 3, we know that it's coming in halfway through the bar. Same thing over here, it's sitting above beat 3. So if I were to play this right here, which would be this twinkle, you'd have twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder how you're going to finish this song, because it's not written here. But of course we've got more and we would continue. So that's how that works. Now, kind of tricky is when we see something like this example up above, which comes from Yankee Doodle. Here we have the G chord in that first measure, but G continues into that next measure, and D7 doesn't come in until halfway through. So in cases like this, you got to keep playing that G. So I'd play that measure of G, and then I play the first half of the second measure to D7 for the second half, and then I'm back to G. This can be tricky to sort of see, but we have to watch for that D7 or whatever chord it might be coming in halfway into the measure where the previous chord is continuing from a previous measure or even multiple measures. So this one here would go Father and I went to camp along with Captain Good, and and then it goes on as well. So that's how we're going to see it written in music when we have 2 chords per measure, and that's how it works with this strumming pattern. Okay, so it's time to jam together. We're going to jam together on these songs, a couple different grooves. It's us, it's you, me, and the band. So we're just going to be playing along, inserting this strumming pattern and singing. In the previous video that came with lesson 3, I talked about singing, and so if you need help with that, you can check out that video. But you can sing along. And so ways to take advantage of these jam along tracks as you're working on learning this new strumming pattern and these chords, singing, all these sorts of things. One way, and I've mentioned these things before, but it's important to isolate each of the activities that we're working on, each aspect of playing. So you can isolate just the strumming, do the strumming pattern right along with the track, jam along with me with muted strings. Work on just playing the chords with long strums or no strums at all, and then if you need to, you can just kind of get to basic down strums or down and up strumming, and then add in this strumming pattern. And then if you're working on singing as well, you're going to want to practice and sing through without playing the guitar. So just singing. And then you can work on singing and maybe fingering the chords with basic long note strums or 4 counts per bar, that sort of thing. And you can practice strumming without fingering in the left hand. You can practice strumming and singing the melody at the time. So then it's only having 2 components happening at once. And then of course the last thing to do would be to put that song in there, singing, strumming, and playing the chords. So those are the different ways you can work on these. There will be 2 times through with each one of the song. It'll happen at a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. So you get a couple different tempos to work on the songs with and jam right along with me. These don't have a pickup measure, which I explained in the previous video. So we're just going to have 1 bar of drum fill that'll get us in to where we start strumming those chords, singing that melody, whatever it may be that you're working on at the given time. So let's go ahead and jam together. Okay, awesome. At least I hope it is going well for you and you're having fun with this. 2 chords per bar is actually pretty challenging. Those chord changes happen pretty fast, and that can be hard to pull off. It's okay if numbers 6 and 7 that we just worked on, these songs that we jammed together on, were a bit overwhelming compared to some of the other ones in lesson 3 or some of the other ones that we've been working on. So I introduced this here because a lot of songs have 2 chords per measure. So it's something to start working on and being aware of, but it's okay. We keep working, we keep going forward. In the next video, we're actually going to do a strumming pattern for 3/4 time, which will be super fun. And then as we continue on, we'll get into more chords, more songs, more strumming patterns, that sort of thing. And a lot of times what I'll do with my in-person students is we'll go back to the beginning and work through those songs and exercises again, and they've gotten easier and we've gotten better. So we keep challenging ourselves with new skills, we keep working on it. We don't always master it as well as we want in the moment. We keep moving forward, we keep getting better, we go back, and it actually becomes easier when we come back to these things that we've done previously further on down the road. So keep at it, keep having fun, take care, and we'll see you in more of these videos.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at kristenbromley.com. Take care.